It's not playing, it's winning that counts.
Yeah, baby. We're going to go out there and win.
This is Just Win Bets, baby.
Just win, baby.
With Joe DeFan and Shane O'Mac.
How do they keep winning?
Live on the Sports Bet Winning Network.
The wait is over, of course, with UFC 324. Joe the Fan here with Shane O'Mac. Shane-O, we are, of course, are live in Virginia and waiting for a big snowstorm, my friend.
Huge snowstorm. Oh. Everybody around, be careful out there around. I mean, it's like from North Carolina up to New York, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah. And it started in like Texas.
Yeah. Hey, did you see I saw a map of like the whole United States, that huge Arctic thing. I mean, it's going down, like the whole country pretty much is going to be like freezing outside of like San Diego.
Right. What is going on? 324, new platform, no more pay-per-views. Well, I mean, hey, you got to get, what do you call it? You got to get Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus, you got to get it. Huge. I mean, that's huge, man. Paramount Plus, that's huge. I mean, not paying $60-$70 for a pay-per-view. You're only paying I get it for like $60 for the whole year.
Yeah.
So that's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We of course are, let's see here. UFC, like I said, UFC 324. And yeah, Shane-O, I'm excited. I'm very excited, not only for how far it's come from, and I'm not taking anything away from ESPN, but what Stain has done with this company, as well as all the fighters and stuff like that. So I'm very happy for him.
Yeah, that's a huge move going to Paramount Plus. I mean, it was long overdue. I think they should have done the switch a couple of years ago, because the pay-per-view model is dead. It really is. Yeah. The WWE was way ahead of its time, putting out the WWE Network, and then they were on Peacock, and then now they're on ESPN of all places. Yeah. So now they're going to be on ESPN Plus. You can watch all the pay-per-view bettors there. They have, and then Monday Night Raw and stuff's on Netflix now. But yeah, the pay-per-view model, it just doesn't work anymore. It just, everybody was either like finding illegal streams or not paying for it, or like, there's people who would normally want to watch it, but they're like, I'm not paying $60 to watch a fight. I mean, that's just an old way of thinking. Like back in the day, you could get away from that stuff, and in today's day and age, it doesn't work anymore. So it was a smart move by them. And then, but Paramount Plus, boy, did they pay up a lot of money.
Yeah. We
$7.7 billion.
Yeah, we thank you everything from Glory Days for allowing us to stream live from there with a few of the pay-per-view events. But we are now want to talk about the bets, and we ended pretty good from 318 to 323. We ended in the positive there, Shane-O, as we introduced the first match, which is of course the main event, as we usually go. So let's pull out the main event here, the tail of the tape. And you can see that right there, Shane-O. It is, of course, the American taking on the lad from Liverpool, Paddy Pimblett. Even though he's undefeated in UFC, he's got that record 23-3-0. But let's look at the odds there. Moneyline, minus 238 for Paddy, plus 195 for Justin. A lot of things that you see here. Look at the KO, the TKO, and the DQ. Plus 350 for Paddy, plus 400 for Justin. Where do you see, I saw the weigh-ins. So they've got a new format, because of Paramount Plus. But what do you see here? What catches your eye for the main event for UFC 324?
So Gaethje's a super entertaining fighter to watch. Both these guys are fan favorites. Both these guys are. Mm-hmm. So they're both fan favorites. Everybody loves these two because they always put on entertaining fights. So right. I'm going to start with that. I love watching both of these guys fight. They both put on super entertaining fights. Stylistically, they're a little different. Gaethje is definitely more of a striker. He doesn't want to wrestle, where that's where Pimblett's going to have his biggest advantage here is in the grappling game.
Yep.
Right. So Pimblett, Paddy Pimblett, he can strike as well. Doesn't have super huge knockout power, but he's got a little bit of power. But he is really good at locking people up and getting somebody's neck and choking them out and getting a submission. He's done that multiple times. And if he can get him in the clinch or get him on his back, I really like Paddy to win that by a submission. So I'm not going to say Gaethje can't win, but something I found when I was doing my research for these picks and stuff like that, in this division, right? In this division,
yep.
The fighter, if a fighter is 6 years older, they only win about 28% of the time. So that's not good for Gaethje as the older fighter here, coming in at 37, I believe he is.
Right.
And Paddy's only 31, so that's not a good thing for him. It's hard for, like, as you get older. I mean, it's a small division, like weight class wise, right? To cut that amount of weight when you're getting up there. Not 37 is not old by any means, but
sure.
For the fight game at that weight class, it's starting to get up there. But Gaethje still has that knockout power, and that's his chance to win, right? So if he can get like a counter punch and get it in there and knock out Paddy, that definitely could happen, right? But I think Paddy Pimblett wins this. I'm going to put my official bet. I'm going to say Paddy Pimblett by submission. Paddy Pimblett by submission.
Paddy by submission at plus 130. And the odds have changed throughout. All odds, of course, provided by DraftKings. So definitely want to get on that. A lot of people got some high numbers, especially a personal friend of mine. I refer to him as Captain Lou. Lou Ferretero has, of course, been doing this for a very, very long time. Hopefully we can get him on the show one of these times. Yeah, I like that. Submission, let's go with Paddy Pimblett, plus 130 at for submission. Now,
if you want like a round bet to sprinkle something on,
yeah,
I would say maybe I would say definitely not round one. Round one, especially in these championship fights, when they're 5 rounds instead of 3. Even though it's just an interim belt, but still it's 5 rounds because it's the interim belt. And then winner, I'm sure, will face Taporia. He's the champion, but he's stepping away for a little bit because he's a double time champ. And then I heard he's going through like a nasty divorce right now, where his wife wants everything. But that's a side note. Yeah. So whenever he returns, the winner of this will face them, and that will unify the belt again.
Sure.
But so whenever you have these 5-round fights, that first round is usually more of a feeling out type round. So I don't see him finishing in that first round. If I had to pick a round, I would say late round 2 or round 3. So
yeah,
I think the over under is set at 2.5 rounds. Yeah, I might lean the under on that one. And I might be early round 3. So before it gets to the 2.5 minute mark in round 3.
Yeah.
But I think Paddy Pimblett's grappling is good, and Gaethje doesn't like to grapple as much. He's not a wrestler. He's definitely a pure striker. So I would say sprinkle it on round 2, maybe round 3, somewhere around like that.
I like to look into where it starts. I think it'll start round 3. So that means 2 completed rounds, and then it'll start round 3. So over 2.5 right now is at minus 120. However, as I just stated, if you want to go to start round 3, you're going to get a better price. I don't think it goes. I think it ends around round 3 or 4. I agree with you. I don't think it will be done in the first or second round. I think they'll get used to each other, get to know the lay of the land, so to speak. But yeah, I might do a little pizza on starting round 3. So I'm going to look up that price in just a second. All the odds, again, provided by DraftKings. And you can see on the top left corner there, guys, we ended with close to 27.5 units last year with our UFC picks. So we caught some fire. But
we had some big wins.
We had some big wins.
We had some huge wins there.
Yeah.
That paid out some big money. I'm looking at the fight to start round 3 is at minus 150. Fight to start round 4 is at plus 110 for yes, minus 145 for no. So about the same as round 3 starting.
Yeah. So if you want to go over 2.5 rounds at minus 120, we're seeing the odds there. And again, odds have changed. So you definitely want to get the right number here, folks, before you make these bets. But yeah. Let's go again, Shano, to the new main event. We originally had Amanda Nunes, but of course that has changed and now, they're
Pearson got hurt and unfortunately had to have surgery.
Yep.
She got hurt during training, so that sucks because I was really looking forward to that fight.
I was too.
Kayla Harrison's a really good fighter, and then Amanda Nunes is literally the greatest women's fighter of all time. She stepped away. She retired a couple years ago, so this is going to be her return back to the UFC. I was really looking forward to that fight. Hopefully they can reschedule that thing. Hopefully, because I think that would be a super entertaining fight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. But our thoughts and prayer go out, and hopefully the surgery goes well. But she's a hell of a fighter. She's a hell of a fighter. Let's go with the new co-main event. Of course, I'm referring to Sean O'Malley, the American, taking on Sung Yadong. And you can see the odds right there, guys, on your screen. The American at minus 205. Sung is, of course, at plus 170. Again, I saw the press conference was live on Paramount Plus last night. You talk about entertainment. I loved it. I loved every minute of it, especially the next fight that we're going to be covering, which we'll talk about that shortly with the heavyweights. But in this match here, Shano, to finish is minus 220 for O'Malley, to 150 for Song. Anything? I don't see any submissions. I don't see that happening in this match, but maybe go to decision. Your thoughts for this one?
Yeah, the submission's not going to happen here. These guys are both strikers. They're not known for grappling, either one. Sean O'Malley does have a submission under his belt,
right?
But he's mostly known as a striker, and he's mostly known for that left hand dropping people. The problem is with Song, he's never been knocked out, so I don't know if that's going to happen. So, but I can see why O'Malley's the favorite here. This is a stylistic nightmare for Song. Song's a really good fighter, but he struggles with guys who have a bigger range than him.
Sure.
Bigger reach.
Yep.
And Sean O'Malley definitely has the bigger reach. So that's not good for him. Song at times can get flat-footed, doesn't stay up on his toes, which isn't great when O'Malley loves to switch it up. He stays on his toes and he keeps constant pressures and fakes, stuff like that. There's no wrestling threat by either one, really. O'Malley is coming off a couple of losses. He's coming off 2 losses, but they were going against Merab, which is, he's a really good wrestler. And then Sean O'Malley's not a bad wrestler, but nowhere near Merab's level, right? So I think Sean O'Malley wins this fight. If I had to pick a bet on how, I don't at money line, I don't like it because it's at minus 230 right now. I would say by decision. I think that's still at plus 100.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. So that's that's even money, right? So you put $20, you win $20. I like that a lot. Sean O'Malley plus decision. I don't think this fight ends early, but it could because Sean O'Malley does have some knockout power. But once again, Song's got a really strong chin. He's got a really strong chin. So my best bet here is I would say Sean O'Malley by decision.
Sean O'Malley by decision at plus 100 at even money there. Again, all odds courtesy of our friends over at DraftKings. See, here's the thing that I'm concerned about with these 3 rounds. Okay, so we talked about, hey, these wouldn't be this is not for the championship, even though it's a co-main event. It is not for the championship or anything, as you stated earlier, Shano, that the championship round, for those who don't know, go to 5 rounds. These other fights, of course, go to 3 rounds, and as you can see there on the screen there, folks, we have the total rounds there, over and under, half a round, over under round and a half, and two and a half rounds. Do you see where this could definitely go the distance then? You already took the decision, but
I think it will go the distance just because I think Song's got a very strong chin, and he's hard to knock out. He will eat some shots, he'll eat some big shots, but he doesn't get knocked down very often, right? So I think it does go the distance. Not saying it won't end in knockout. I think it could, but I think realistically, I think it's going to end in a decision, and I think Sean O'Malley's going to win. The Sugar Show might be back, as he said in the press conference.
Yes, the Sugar Show definitely might be back. We're here with Shane O'Mac. I'm Joe the Fan here, and we're covering UFC 324. You can see the ticker on the bottom. You can see all the matches, and we're going to cover all 5 main event matches, as we already covered the first 2, the main event and the co-main event. Let's go with the third match. Of course, I'm referring to the heavyweights. I saw the press conference. I saw where Dana White was there. And, you know, I think Dana sometimes when he talks to the reporters, and these are reporters all around the world. Okay, so this is a global phenomenon, obviously. But he's kind of, I'm sorry, what was the question about? And I think it makes Dana wait and think about, okay, he definitely heard some of the questions, but he doesn't know how to answer it. You know what I mean? And they're talking money. They're talking all this stuff, contracts. Hey, is this guy going to get his championship shot, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's pretty interesting how Dana handles himself. And I think he does a hell of a job. Personally. But let's go, of course, to the next fight that we've talked about it. This is, of course, in the heavyweight. The Dominican, Cortes Acosta, Waldo. You don't need to find Waldo. Let me tell you something, okay? Taking on
he's
Derrick
a big boy.
Lewis, the old man here. Derrick Lewis talking a lot of smack, though. Your thoughts on this match?
I love Derrick Lewis. I love him. He's super entertaining, dude.
Yes.
Super entertaining.
Yes.
He's hilarious. He's hilarious, first of all. I told you this earlier, like one of his fights, this is years ago, he won and he took his shorts off in the middle of the ring. And Joe Rogan was interviewing him and he said, what's up with taking the shorts off? And he said, my balls were hot.
Oh man. No, he was very entertaining last night. They have the whole press conference, they had the whole table. Very nice setup at Paramount Plus. They've done a hell of a job. Obviously this match is taking place in Vegas. So what is as you can see the odds there, plus 270 for Derrick Lewis. It's gone down a little bit, minus 340 for Waldo. I don't see a submission here, but definitely a knockout. These guys got some power, both of them.
Yeah, the last fight I told you it was probably going to go to the decision. This fight there's no way I don't think this is going to decision. There's no way. This fight's going to end in a knockout. Someone's getting knocked out. For sure. It's going to be an entertaining fight. Heavyweights very rarely go to decision nowadays. Most of them end up in some sort of out, and these guys love swinging for the fences. So, stylistic here, like I just said, both of them like the trade and bang, right? The old Derrick Lewis, he was more of he would wait. He'd be very patient and wait for his shot and then kind of come in and his counter punch and boom, you're out. Lights go dark. Because when someone that big hits you as hard as he can, you're not staying up, right?
Right.
But his last few fights, he doesn't seem as patient to me. It kind of looks like he's kind of going in there and hunting for KOs early, where he's kind of throwing some strikes where you're like used to not throw, where he looks like he's tiring himself out. And that's not good for the heavyweights that tend to have shorter gas tanks, smaller gas tanks, and the flyweights and all that other stuff, right? So that's a concern to me, especially when you're going against somebody who's younger and faster and technically a better technical fighter than you, right?
Right.
Cortes Acosta, he has first round knockouts in his last 2 fights. So he has definite knockout powers. Both these guys do. So to me, Acosta here is the play. I can see why he's the heavier favorite, but for some reason I can't go away from Lewis.
Wow.
I think on my official bet, I'm going to say Costa by knockout. Okay. And I think it's going to be probably early. I would say early second round if I had to guess. What's Acosta by knockout right now? By knockout, it's minus 115.
Yep.
Which isn't terrible for him.
Right.
But I think it might be worth a sprinkle for out there if you're not sure on this fight to put it on Derrick Lewis, because he does have some huge power.
Yeah.
I mean, his power in the heavyweight division is just unmatched.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude, he's called the Black Beast for a reason, man. He is a beast. He is huge. But realistically, I think Cortes Acosta wins this. I think the UFC wants him to win this fight. I think they want him to start climbing that heavyweight ladder because he's a very good technical fighter. So I think my official pick is going to be Acosta by knockout. And if you want a like a sprinkle play, I don't know about first round, but I would say second round knockout.
Yeah. I was leaning either first or second round. there. Of course, the method of knockout. Now, I did not see anything from DraftKings in regard to 30%. They usually do that. Our buddy John Arnak usually does that promo, but I didn't see anything yet. So, if you guys are able to get that method, they've done it in the past. Few UFC events there, Shano, as you know, getting that 30%. Yep. So that helped.
Yep, definitely.
But
and it might still drop. Sometimes I do a day of, so yep. we can look. You can always check tomorrow and see, because sometimes they have a parlay. Like if you have to have like at least plus 300 or something like that,
right?
And you can get a boost. And sometimes they'll have the last couple pay-per-views they had 30% on any method of victory. Sure. So like him by knockout would be a method of victory, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes they have that. So hopefully they put one out. I haven't seen one yet, but hopefully they do. If they do, that I would definitely. This one might be one worth putting it on because that'll get you in the plus money for sure. If you're just going straight Acosta by knockout,
right?
Cortes Acosta by knockout,
right. No, again, the press conference very entertaining. There literally was nothing on TV. Usually we're coming off the NFL. You got the Thursday night game or something. Obviously, we had some hockey plays last night, so that was on. But we had the hockey plays late, as you know. So yeah. Definitely wanted to see how UFC did their thing, and I saw the weigh-ins earlier, so I like the way that Paramount Plus or the companies, the way that they're handling it. I like it. I really do like it, and I think it's going to be good for everybody.
For sure, it will be good for everybody.
Let's move to the next match, of course, and this is interesting. This is very interesting. Pretty lady, don't get me wrong. The Brazilian, of course, Natalia Silva. Taking on Rose. I got to tell you, I think that the door's open for Natalia. I think they're trying to kind of move her up as we talked about earlier in the show there, Shano. But as you can see, it's minus 355 already for moneyline for Sylvia. But I think here, this is definitely going to go the distance in my book.
I agree with that 100%. Neither one of these guys or these ladies are known for knocking anybody out or anything like that. They're good fighters. Don't get me wrong. And then Rose is another fan favorite. They have a lot of fan favorites on this card.
Right.
She's another fan favorite. She puts her heart out there every single time. To me, she's recently moved up to this weight class. She used to be at straw weight, which is 115.
Right.
And then now they fight at flyweight, which is 125. And at strawweight, she had more of a size advantage. She was bigger than a lot of the girls there, but she was starting to have trouble cutting that weight. I mean, it's hard to go down to 115. I can't imagine. Last time I was 115, I was probably 5 years old.
You and me both, man. You and me both. You and me both.
So that size advantage she had in that weight class that she was really, really good in for forever.
Sure.
It kind of goes away in this weight class. And Silva is definitely the faster fighter, which is huge in these smaller weight class fights. She's definitely the faster fighter. Her hand speed and footwork are great. Rose struggles when opponents give her a lot of looks and constant switches, which Silva's known to do. Silva she beat Alexa Grasso last time out. She dominated her, and that's a huge win for her. Rose. What's hard about her is that, she's the more veteran fighter, I would say, has a little bit more experience in the UFC. Her wrestling is better than Silva's, so if she could get it to the ground, I could see maybe her winning a round or two, which could make her win the fight. But I could see why Silva's a heavy favorite here. I don't know what she is by decision right now. What's Silva by decision? Let's see right here. By decision, she's at minus 225 by decision. That's not great. Let's see what it is for unanimous decision.
Yeah, that's something.
Unanimous decision's 130, minus 130.
Maybe
I would definitely take the over in this, and it's not going to go to by finish. I can tell you that. What's that? What's fight to go the distance is? It's on minus 400. That's nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing.
So I would like to bet Silva here, but the odds aren't great. You know what I mean? for anything here.
We might have to do a little sprinkle on the unanimous decision on this one. I kind of like that number. I think Rose will hang, but obviously I think it'll definitely go the distance, right?
Yeah,
it's going to cover all
I think it for sure goes the difference.
But I don't see a submission here at all from either one of these ladies, let alone a knockout. You might, but I seriously doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Especially in this weight class.
Yeah, like I said, when you have these smaller fights, they don't have. It's going to be weird going to see these huge dudes at heavyweight that are just going to try and knock each other out through these small ladies here. The ladies' fights are always entertaining too. I'm not bashing them, but it's just going to be funny to see, like, Derrick Lewis is a massive man, and then the next fight you're going to see Rose NamaJunas come out, who's going to be like a quarter of his size.
Here,
so
go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, so it might be worth a sprinkle for Silva by unanimous decision.
Yeah.
I hate putting it up to the judges with that though. With Rose, that's the one where maybe just do like a half unit play on it or something.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with that.
I think if it's straight decision, she wins for sure. Straight decision,
sure.
But that's at minus 225 or whatever it was I just read. That's not a huge payout. I mean, that's nothing.
Yeah. For those who just joined us, we can look over all of our 4 previous fights. We had, of course, Paddy on the first one. We went for Paddy. We went with Paddy at by submission at plus 130. The co-main event with Sean O'Malley. As you can see there, folks, on the screen, we had that at plus 100 by decision. So, again, all odds are subject to change. We're using the odds courtesy of our friends over at DraftKings. The crown is yours. And on the third fight here with Cortes Acosta taking on Derrick Lewis. Costa, of course, knockout at minus 115. And then, of course, the last match that we did before we get to, I have a sleeper pick on the last match there, Shano. So this is, of course, Natalia Silva, and we're going to go with unanimous decision at minus 130. Let's move to our 5th and final main card event. And I'm, of course, referring to Arnold Allen taking on Sean Silva right here, my friend. This is going, I'm calling it right now, Shano. The fight of the night.
Think so?
I think so. This is the fight of the night. I think this is going to be, because we always see, hey, there's one match, boom, and we got disappointed in 320. Was it 322 or 323 where we got disappointed? Like, we were on fire, 4-0, and then we're like, whoa, what the hell had just happened there? Oh, that was the one where what's his name got hurt.
Yeah. That. Who was that? I know exactly what you're talking about. We were cruising that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I can't remember now. Yeah.
Holy cow! Everybody was jumping up and down. Everybody was having fun, and then he went and he like tore his ACL or something. I don't remember the exact fight, but you know what I'm talking about. I was like, oh, and he was winning that match too. He had it. It's just Oh well,
he was winning. Breaks. Happens sometimes. Injuries suck.
Yeah. The Arnold Allen here from England taking on Sean Silva from Brazil. As you can see, the odds there, Shano, minus 245 for Silva, 200 for Allen. I'm going to go with a little pizza money, and there's some points for this one there, Shano. We usually don't do points, okay? But I'm going to trust the judges here. So I'm going to go with my first pick here for this. I'm going to pull the numbers up. We don't have it on the screen there for you because we rarely don't use points, as you know, Shano, right? But for this one, I'm really, really intrigued about this Arnold. I think this is going to be a surprise for a lot of people. Very close in the record, as you can see, 20-3 and 16-3 for Silva. But for me, I'm going to go with Arnold plus 3.5 points at plus 110. That's going to be my half unit play here. I'm going to go Arnold Allen plus 3.5 points at plus 110.
That's not a bad play if it goes to decision, because like these guys stylistically, Silva is more of a knockout power type striker. Allen is definitely more of a point style fighter. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, think of like a Pacquiao versus like a Mayweather, right? Yep. He's more of like your Mayweather, who's gonna come in, jab, 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 hit across, get back out. You know what I mean?
Dance and stick and move.
Yeah, that's definitely Allen, right? Where Silva, he's more of he wait for his opening, and then when he sees that opening, he's coming in with that right cross and then trying to knock your head off. That's what he's trying to do, right? So I could definitely see Allen if it goes the distance. I could see that winning for sure. What if my bet here? Allen, like I said, he first rounds historically he is kind of slow for him. He likes to gather data and then kind of build.
Right.
Silva is, like I said, he's kind of the same. He'll wait you out. He's dangerous because he has the power and he knows it.
Yep.
And he doesn't like exhaust himself like I told you about Derrick Lewis has been doing lately, where he's kind of been throwing punches.
Right.
He's very dangerous. He'll sit there, he'll eat a couple shots, stuff like that, but then he'll just wait for his opening and then he'll just explode right when that counter punch is perfect. Right. Neither one of them are grapplers, so once again, you can stay away from the submissions and all that stuff. I don't think anything that's not going to happen for these guys. Most of the guys on this whole card's pretty much all strikers.
Yeah.
Outside of Paddy Pimblett, who has some wrestling ability. Allen's definitely more, I would say, better, well-rounded fighter, but Silva has that power, man, and that power. When he erupts on you, it's hard for me to stay away from him at knockout. So I'm gonna take Silva by knockout.
Ooh, Silva by knockout. Excuse me, at plus 140. Any particular round there, Shano?
What's the over under fight for rounds here for right now?
So
Let's
right
see. Is it
now
2.5?
the over and under, I think it does go the distance, Shano. I really do think this whole thing. I'm telling you, I think this is going to be an entertaining fight. Now, granted, you could see a lot of dancing, a lot of they're just moving around the octagon here and there, but I think this is going to go the distance, just like we talked about with the women's flyweight match earlier.
I could see it going the distance because if Silva doesn't get that knockout punch, it will go the distance for sure. And with the Allen plus 3.5, like I said, that's not a bad bet. I think that's a pretty solid bet, honestly.
Yeah, I think Allen can take a punch though. Allen can take a punch though.
Oh, he can for sure. He can for sure. But Silva's got some really big power in this.
Yeah, I don't dispute that.
So I think either one is a solid bet because if it goes to decision, I think plus 3.5 points. That's a big help there. I think that helps. I can see that hitting.
Yeah.
So I think that's a solid bet. If he wants a knockout, if you think Silva can win by knockout, I think that's a solid bet. I think both are pretty good bets. It all depends on how the fight goes. So I think I'm gonna go Silva by knockout. You take your points. I think both are great bets. Whoever is following us here, you can follow whoever you trust more.
Yeah. No, but hey, we definitely have done well as last year, a little over 27 units, plus 27 units. That's good. That's really good.
And that wasn't even the full year either. That was just we started doing it at what 318,
318
somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was really like the last 5 pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Out of the 12 or so they have. So not even half a year really.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Silva by knockout on this one. That's my official bet. But I really like that plus 3.5 though as well, because if it does go decision, I think that's huge.
Yeah. Before we recap all of our picks here, just want to point out that all odds are provided by DraftKings. The crown is yours. And we have, as Shano mentioned, we've covered it since UFC 318. I'm, pumped for this one. I'm very excited being on Paramount Plus. I could be at my home, behind the TV, watch the ticker, we've got the basketball game going on right now, but definitely be able to analyze this. And we got a lot going. I like this card. I really do.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's some big names. There's a lot of fan favorites. I mean, they're doing it right for the first pay-per-view event for Paramount Plus. Mm-hmm. They got a lot of guys on here, a lot of super entertaining fighters. A lot of big personalities, right? Sugar Sean O'Malley, he's a huge personality. Derrick Lewis is a huge personality. Rose is another fan favorite. Paddy the Baddy, or the Fatty, as some people call him. He's another huge favorite. And Gaethje, man, people love Gaethje.
Yeah.
So like they're doing it right, doing it with this first pay-per-view on Paramount Plus for sure.
Absolutely.
A lot of fighters that a lot of people like.
Absolutely. Shayna, let's go with from the top. You mentioned Paddy Pimblett, and Gaethje. What's your recap of this match?
Paddy Pimblett, I'm taking him by submission. I'm thinking third round, somewhere around there. If you want to sprinkle some money on it, I think he finally locks up, gets a hold of his neck, and then puts him in submission. If you want a safer bet, you could probably do like a double chance. We've done that a few times before, where you can take Paddy Pimblett by submission or decision. That's at -135. So if you're looking for a safer bet,
right,
that's Paddy by submission or decision is at -135. I don't think he knocks Gaethje out. I think if he wins the fight, it's either going to be decision or submission.
Yeah. The co-main event, the new co-main event, is because of the injury that took place. So the Amanda Nunes match, of course, has been rescheduled. The new co-main event is Sean O'Malley that you talked about, taking on Song Yadong. What's your recap on this one?
I think O'Malley wins. I think he's the better fighter here, and I think he wants to climb back up towards another title match. So I think Sean O'Malley wins. Sean O'Malley does have power for this division, but I don't think he knocks Song out. Song has got a hell of a chin, man. He takes some big hits and just keeps on coming at you. So I think it does go the distance. Sean O'Malley by decision.
The third match is the heavyweights. Waldo Cortes Acosta, the Dominican Republic gentleman, taking on the hilarious Derrick Lewis. Your recap on that one?
I'm taking Cortes Acosta by knockout. I think it happens. If you want a sprinkle bet, I would say second round. I wouldn't do first round. It could happen in first round. Never with heavyweights, man. Heavyweights, all it takes is one punch.
Yep.
Like I said earlier, though, for some reason I love Derrick Lewis, and if you want like a bigger upside, the power, all it takes is one shot in these fights. So if you want like a big pay, Derrick Lewis does have a shot of knocking the guy out. But I think Waldo's the faster, more technical fighter, younger. And I think Derrick Lewis is going to come in there, throw a haymaker, and he's going to slip it and then get him with a counterpunch, knock him out.
Let's go, of course, with the fourth fight here, Shano. And this is an interesting one, as I still think they're trying to promote her. Silva here, the Brazilian, taking on Rose. I think Natalia, they're just trust me, when I saw the press conference last night, I was like, hey now, you look pretty nice, pretty good looking lady. But she's taking on Rose, the American. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, we talked about this one. It definitely doesn't go the distance. I think we said unanimous decision by Silva. I wouldn't put a huge amount of money on it, but one unit's fine if you want to do that. I think I'm gonna personally do half unit on it.
Right.
The only thing that scares me about the unanimous decision is that Rose's experience in the UFC. She's been in the UFC for a lot longer than Silva, so she has that. And she's a decent wrestler, so if she can get it to the ground, I can see her winning a round.
Right.
I don't think she wins the whole fight though. So I'm taking Silva. Silva by decision is the safer play, but it's still at like -200 and something, so that's not great.
Yeah.
But unanimous decision is definitely the better play. But I just wouldn't do like 2 or 3 units on it. That's too much.
So half a unit on Silva, unanimous decision at -130. Let's go with the final match, and we split on this one there for Shano.
Yep.
That, of course, is the Arnold Allen match taking on Sean Silva right there from Brazil. I went with points. I rarely go points, and we didn't do that since 318 and since we started covering this. But I think this match does go the distance here, Shano, and I think Allen wins by points. So I'm trusting the judges. Arnold Allen plus 3.5 points at +110.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad bet. I think that's a pretty solid bet, because if this goes to decision, I could definitely see that covering. But I think I'm going with Silva's power here. I think he gets a counterpunch, knocks out Allen, so he wins by knockout, TKO, or DQ. If it happens, I think it'll happen late in the game, so probably third round. But so if you want to sprinkle some on that, you could. but I'm gonna take Silva by knockout.
Silva by knockout at plus 140 as we regroup here with Shane O'Mac. I, of course, am Joe the Fan. Don't forget to give us a follow. Follow the channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We'll have a short out, hopefully, by tomorrow morning. So in case, you didn't able to watch this or listen to it on your podcast, what have you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. Really helps the channel. Tell us your best bet for the main card in UFC 324. Any last thoughts there, Shane?
No, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the Paramount Plus. I want to see what the production looks like for the actual fight.
Yeah.
The weigh-ins and all that stuff looks great in the press conference. So I want to see what it actually looks like with the new promotion and see how it looks out. I'm sure it'll look great, and it'll look even better when we're not paying $60 to watch these things. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. We will be here next week covering UFC 325. It'll be down under. So we will definitely have
What's
that.
the start time for that?
I believe
I know it's in
5
Australia.
o'clock? I'm going to have to double check on that one there, Shano.
Because it's different time zones. So I didn't know what
Right.
time it would be here. I didn't know.
Hold on there, mate. We're going to check it out.
I'll talk about the card a little bit.
Go ahead.
That card. I mean, if you look at that card, Volk is the main event there. Volkanovski, who's a hell of a fighter. He is Australian, so he has a home field advantage there. Every card, I think almost every fight on there is somebody from that area. There's one fighter from that area.
Yes.
There's a lot of they're either from Australia or they're from New Zealand, which is literally right next to Australia, if you guys know your geography, right? So every fight has somebody from that area, which is huge. That's going to give them a little boost, I'm sure, right? Because that crowd will be behind all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'll be super entertaining for sure, and I can't wait for it. And it's crazy. We're getting 2 pay-per-view type events, 2 numbered events. I don't know if you can call them pay-per-views anymore.
Right.
2 premium live events. How about that?
Numbered bets. Yep.
And back-to-back weeks.
Events, yes.
Yeah, the number of events. So we get them in back-to-back weeks after like 6 weeks off or 7 weeks off. It's been too long.
Yeah.
It's been too long. I miss it.
According to UFC.com, it's 9 o'clock. It'll take place at Sydney Olympic Park. 9 o'clock p.m.
Oh, it's not so an hour earlier for us. Usually the main event starts like 10, doesn't it?
Yeah. But
So,
I think that's going to
yeah,
be the
so-
prelims. I think the 9 o'clock one is going to be the prelims. I'm not sure.
No.
I'm going to ask my friend here what it is. But, we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. I'm interested in seeing how the production goes, as you stated, with UFC, how they do it. Looking forward to seeing DC, our main guy DC.
It's always good. It's been too long since I've heard Bruce Buffer yelling at me.
Yeah,
It's been too long.
Yeah.
He's the best, isn't he?
he
He
is.
hypes up the crowd like crazy. He gets like, it's time for the main event. And he's like screaming, turning bright red, getting all excited. I love it. Nothing gets you hyped more than him.
He as some of you folks know, he did do a sound bit for us to introduce the show. We will you'll see it on the short, so we'll debut that tomorrow morning. So we appreciate everything Bruce has done for us, but we also have some major announcement as well. We'll share that next week. But again, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Really helps the channel out. Tell us what your pick is. You can send us through X. You can send it on Instagram. You can send it on YouTube. Whatever think is your lock. Who you think? What are you looking forward to? What's your best bet? Do you go against us? It's hard to go against close to 28 units there last year, my friend. But hey, let's start strong, as they say.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Stay
Let's
safe,
do it.
guys. There's, of course, a huge snowstorm, especially where we're at. So we're going to pretty much be buried indoors. So maybe next time for Glory Days, we do miss those guys.
Quick side note.
Yeah.
I just looked it up.
Go ahead.
So the main card for the 325 is 9 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern main card.
Oh, so the main card is 9 p.m.
The early prelims start at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then the prelims start at 7 p.m. Eastern. Main card starts at 9 p.m. Eastern. So that's not bad at all. That's great. That's great. What time is it there over that time? 9 a.m.? Good God.
Oh, it's got it. No. Well, I don't know. I don't know off the top of my head. But I always wanted to travel there. I have no problem.
Go to Australia. Australia would be cool.
With Sydney, Australia. My son wants to go to Japan.
Japan would be fun.
Yeah.
I get my brother's stationed in Japan right now.
Oh, okay.
My one of my younger brothers, he's in the Navy. He's stationed in Okinawa.
Oh, nice.
So,
nice.
So he's stationed there. He loves it out there. He loves Japan. He's like, dude, I could live here.
Jeez, the food is amazing.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna do it for us here, guys. We already finished our NCAA men's basketball earlier, and we did our NFL picks, but we'll have shorts for all those. We will release the NCAA men's basketball first, then UFC, and of course our NFL picks, which good luck to those teams on Sunday. Hit that subscribe button. We will see you next week for our UFC 325 card. Have a good night. Stay safe.